Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here once again with another video on just some upcoming DC news and information and just a bit of an update overall. So we are getting closer to the end of the year. We're about halfway through September now roughly, which of course means we're getting closer to the release of 4 DC projects, one in theaters, one's going to be on our movie screens to go pay probably above average for to go watch, but anyway, and 3 of those will be on television. One is free, 2 are on a subscription service, so money, money, money. But yeah, 3 of them are on TV out of the 4. The first of these is a TV show, that being The Penguin, coming out later this week. Then we have Joker 2, the film, a couple of weeks after that. That is on October 4th, I think it is, with Superman and Lois's final season, the 4th and final season, only coming out a few days after Joker 2 on October 7th. And then we have Creature Commandos in, I didn't write down the date, I just know it's early December. That's the last of these 4, coming out to wrap up the year. But along with those impending releases and just the overall development of DC stuff going forward, we have some new stuff to talk about. But of course, throughout the video, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below your various thoughts on this stuff, which of these things get you the most interested, if I can speak English, and just leave your overall opinions in the comments. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, want to drop a like, want to show support, takes 2 seconds. So the first couple of things here are about Lanterns, the upcoming Green Lantern show. Of course, we've had a couple of different updates where it's going to be starting filming around the early parts of next year, whether it's in, January, whether it's early or late, probably mid to late. I highly doubt they'd start on January 1st. That wouldn't be the best scheduling. But, we've got some couple updates, and there was a couple of casting rumors for Hal Jordan. Nothing really for John Stewart, but just some Hal Jordan stuff coming out. But of course, we know that they're going for a bigger name for Hal Jordan, so that would probably be their much needed focus, I guess, to sort of nail that down. But we did get some stuff here. The first thing is coming from Daniel RPK, who says that Lucy Cherniak, I think that's how you pronounce her name, I think the T is silent, so I think it's Lucy Cherniak. She's reportedly in talks to direct episodes, not just an episode, but episodes of DC Studios' Lands. This will be an 8-episode series, I'm pretty sure it is, so I'd assume she might direct 2, maybe 3. I don't know. Sometimes with these limited series, if it is just one season, sometimes one person might direct all the episodes, and then it might go, someone directs 2, someone directs 3, maybe one person just comes in and directs 1, or a couple of people come in and direct only 1 episode, just to sort of balance it up. Or it can just be completely one person. It just sort of depends on timing and the person that it is, I guess. That's just sort of what matters there. Now, Lucy has directed episodes of Station 11 and The End of the Effing World. I haven't watched either of them, so I have no idea about the pedigree there, but it is important to note, and it isn't really meant to cause too much offense, but of course, TV directors are not that important to the final product of the show outside of really the first episode for the most part. Really, whoever's directing the first episode, and I'm pretty sure they'll probably get someone that has a decent resume in regards to either directing first episodes, or pilot episodes, whichever way you want to call them, or just someone that they feel suits the tone and feel of what they want the show to be. Because really that first director does set a lot of the tone and feel, or whatever, or pacing, or whatever it might be in regards to adapting those scripts that's being put forward by the writers and the showrunners, or showrunners, just for the show in general. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I think with this show, they might, as I said, get one notable person they direct the first one. I think Stephen Williams is his name, is the one that's being chucked around, and he's worked on a couple of different HBO things and some larger shows like The Walking Dead and stuff as the person that might direct the first episode, but that isn't confirmed at this stage. But also, as I said, outside, unlike a movie, you shouldn't really be focusing too much on a TV director there, just unless it's someone that maybe made something that you like. It's oh, okay, I really like that episode that they did. Now I'm looking forward to see what they do with this thing I'm also looking forward to. And in this case, it would be Landon. So we'll wait and see what happens there. I'm hoping we'd probably get some castings before we get director announcements, but that's for us to wait and see. But speaking of Lanterns, John Hamm has also been thrown in the hat for potential Hal Jordan castings, but not much has really happened in regards to that side of things at the time of making this video, at the very least, since Josh Brolin passed on the offer to play Hal Jordan. And in that same sort of reveal thing, I guess I think it was Hollywood Reporter, or was it one of those big ones that revealed it? They also said that Matthew McConaughey was apparently not even in talks for it, so you wipe him out as well, which means you had Ewan McGregor, Timothy Olyphant, and Chris Pine as the 3 leftover ones that were thrown up as potential castings, and now apparently we can chuck John Hamm into the role as well, or into the mix as well. So don't know if I really see John Hamm. A lot of people have been fan casting him as Batman for the past 10-15 years, so I don't know, maybe they got the castings mixed up. Maybe he's in the role, maybe he's in the mix for Batman Brave and the Bold. I don't know. But we'll move on to the Penguin. So the Penguin is of course coming out in a couple of days from now on September 19th. So probably like what, 3 days from when this video comes out, roughly. I'm not too sure. As you can see on screen, it has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, only after 46 reviews. But I heard that I think the reviewers got all the episodes. I think they got all the episodes, I'm pretty sure, which is a bit of a difference because usually with a TV show, they might only get sometimes only the first episode or maybe the first 3, roughly, depending on how long the show is. But I think the reviewers got all the episodes, which means, you know, they're not just going, okay, it starts off well and we don't know if it ends well. So this is 93% apparently for the entire, well, season or show. It says it's a limited series, so we shouldn't assume there's going to be a season 2, and I don't think there would be because this is just sort of meant to be a bridging thing between the first Batman movie and the second one. I'm looking forward to it, but it's not like something I've been counting down for. I didn't even know it was coming out this week until I literally was writing this stuff down for this video, and I was like, wait, this comes out this week? I didn't realize. For some reason I thought it was like early October. I thought it was around the time the Joker was coming out for some reason. But yeah, so only a couple of days I'll be watching it. My expectations aren't like ridiculously high just because I don't really know what to expect, but I guess maybe they should be risen because of that 93% there. Though there has been some mix. Like the people that I think maybe even gave it a positive said like, it's got some like really strong points, but some stuff I didn't really vibe with. But then there's some people that are saying they really loved it as well. So I guess it depends what you enjoy, because from the outside looking in, if you just look at the trailers, it obviously feels like that Gotham from the Batman, but also feels like a bit of like a Sopranos, even like sort of like maybe like I don't want to say The Wire, but like, you know, like that sort of like dark street feel. So yeah, I'm interested to see what it is, but my expectations aren't really at any sort of height because I'm just gonna watch it because I'm interested in it, if that makes sense. But speaking of the Penguin, Lauren Lafranc, not too sure how you pronounce the surname, but she is the showrunner and a writer on the Penguin, and they said this about Robert Pattinson's Batman and whether or not he appears in the Penguin. I understand why people's desire would be to have Batman, or to think that unless Batman's in a show or a film, then it doesn't have the same punch. To me, I think it packs a different punch. Matt Reeves' films are through the lens of the Batman, so you're high up looking down on the city. It's a different perspective. With Oz, or the Penguin, you're in the city streets, you're in the grit and the muck and the grime. He's looking up, wanting to claw his way to the top. So it's a different experience. I think Gotham is an interesting enough city that it deserves to have more doors unlocked within it, and for us to walk through those and see what we think. So look, I don't know necessarily if like Batman appears or not. Like even the reviewers, I think if they got all the episodes, haven't spoiled whether or not he shows up or not. But I don't think it's 100% necessary. I think if the show should do something, it's to make it that his presence is still there, if that makes sense. Like whether it's stuff on the news, or even you hear something over like a police radio or whatever it is, or even because I think we're going inside Arkham Asylum in this show, even if there's things mentioned about the Batman brought them in recently or something, even though I think this show is meant to be starting like literally a week or two after the end of the first Batman movie, but they can sort of update Batman's presence and effect on the city without showing him. But then again, they could show him, but not necessarily have like Robert Pattinson appear on screen and talk to the Penguin. You know, you could see like a silhouette or something on a building, or you know or like some like shaky phone footage or whatever it is, something like that. But yeah, whether or not it's actually been revealed, like legit, whether he's in it or not, that's a wait and see. I'm not too sure if any reviewers spoiled it. They probably wouldn't want to, otherwise they might lose access. But yeah, I think if he's going to appear, he'll probably appear like literally in the final episode or right towards the end, whether it's in the last or second last episode, but we'll wait and see, I guess. And the final thing to talk about today is some stuff in regards to New York Comic Con, but more specifically Creature Commando. So it was announced like in the past week roughly that Creature Commandos, of course, the last DC thing coming out this year on HBO Max, that will have a panel at New York Comic Con. Now, James Gunn, I think he wrote all the episodes for this, but he wasn't the showrunner or anything, but I think he wrote all the episodes, but he'll be there. Frank Grillo, David Harbour, Zoe Chow, Sean Gunn, Steve Agee, and Dean Laurie. I don't know if Dean Laurie's a voice actor. That might be the showrunner or one of the producers or something, but they're all going to be there. So everyone else apart from James Gunn and I think Dean Laurie is the cast. They're playing they're voicing different characters in the show. So they're going to be there. Now the show will of course be talked about, as you'd expect. It'd be weird if they took cast and crew for the show to New York Comic Con and did not talk about the show. So they're going to talk about the show there, but also like the beginnings and origins for this upcoming DCU. Now, in regards to surprises, people are wondering, might they do a little tease here? Well, the thing that's being said is that apparently Superman's going to get its first teaser trailer at the Super Bowl, which I think will happen. Now, whether that's the first thing we ever see from it, like video wise, is another question. I think CCXP is where we'll see some stuff. I think CCXP is where they'll show some stuff from Superman, but I think they'll show another trailer at the Super Bowl just because it's where Warner Brothers would want to invest its money, I think. So I think Super Bowl, they'll have something, but I do think CCXP at the end of this year will have Superman stuff there, like footage and stuff. Now, I don't know if that'll get released to the public or it's an exclusive to the CCXP, but CCXP has never really been like an exclusive thing. It's just sort of been this hub and then stuff gets released online. But in regards to New York Comic Con, I think Gunn would talk about some stuff, like he might reveal some like tiny little plot points and stuff for like what might happen in Lanterns, for example, and things like that. But I don't think there'll be too much. I think most of the focus will be on Creature Commandos because it'll be in like the home stretch, I guess, in regards to that coming out. And just some, maybe he might even reveal how like Creature Commandos maybe connects to some of the future things. Like we know that Frank Grillo's Rick Flag Sr. is going to be in both Superman and Peacemaker Season 2, for example. So he might tease where David Harbour's character might show up next, or where Sean Gunn's, Weasel might show up next and things like that. But I personally am not expecting anything massive, but just because CCXP is fairly close to New York Comic Con afterwards. So that's my main reasoning for that. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like and show support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions on everything we went over this video. What are you looking forward to the most? Are you looking forward to the Penguin? Expectations there. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts down there. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later.